Makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine. Even if you call.
We scratch Gwen Stacy off the list. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Leave a comment in the chat. Let me know where y'all are watching from, what state, how you liking the content, what would you like to see improve, or whatever the case may be. In the comment, we got Reed who says, no, Jason says Shadowban Army, no doubt, on point. I appreciate that. Reed says, bro, always remember if you see a lump in her throat, it is not a depth meter. Jason says that would never work. Nope, the F out. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I feel like that's where, and I'm gonna say something that might be controversial. I don't know. If there wasn't so many black people, and some white people who were living life through the color of their skin or their identity, black folks and white folks could really come together and get this bullshit out of our schools. We really could. But it's too many people like Dr. Umar Johnson who live life through the color of their skin, and they just can't see eye to eye with a white person because somehow they're convinced they're still being slapped on the back of on the backs with whips. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever. If you feel like trans ideology is a weapon against black people, then why don't you partner with the people every day fighting to get it, like Matt Walsh? But I guarantee you somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson believes that Matt Walsh is a white supremacist. Even though they're fighting against the same thing. You're fighting against the same damn thing, but you wouldn't partner with him because you think he's a white supremacist because he's a Republican. Boy, some people just third world stupid. Anyway, let's move on. I can go on a rant about that. All right, what we got left? Okay, I think we got one small story left. We got one small story left before we get into our main story. No, we don't have one. We got a couple stories left. I said this was probably gonna go on longer than normal. All right, here we go. Oh boy, here we are again. Staying on the topic of, I gotta get a damn ad blocker, bro. Staying on the topic of woke identity politics infiltrating the entertainment industry and destroying everything in its wake. Disney has now fired the maker of the Toy Story spinoff, Lightyear. Makers of Lightyear flop among, first of all, The Guardian is petty. Makers of the Lightyear flop among Pixar job cuts by Disney. Your boy Bob Iger over at Disney just over there just slash. You're fired. Nigga, when you gonna fire Kathleen goddamn Kennedy? Fire her. Walt Disney's Pixar Animation Studios has eliminated 75 positions, including those of two executives behind the box office disappointment, Lightyear, sources said on Saturday. The first significant job cuts at the studio in a decade. You want to know why it's been that long? Because Pixar is usually out here throwing haymakers. Until Pixar, at some point, decided to go woke with the rest of the company. We're going to do these woke identity politics. We're going to give you stuff you ain't asked for. We're going to come after your children. And then, boom, flop. Is there any conceivable reason why Disney and Pixar, where many would have considered before this year, the greatest animation studios in entertainment, would have a Toy Story spinoff that flop while Mario and Spider-Man, not even the actual Spider-Man, doing big numbers at the box office? How is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse out earning a Lightyear movie, a Toy Story movie of any kind? Make that shit make sense to me. Especially, y'all keep telling me, racism. Well, let's continue. The cuts included Lightyear director Angus MacLane, a 26-year Pixar veteran who was part of the senior creative team on such acclaimed films as Toy Story 4 and Coco. Galen Sussman, producer of Lightyear, also departed. Sussman had been at Pixar since the release of the original Toy Story movie in 1995. MacLane and Sussman could not be reached for comment. Michael Agelnick, that can't be his name for real. Agelnick? Jason Holt says if Chris Evans would have never posted to social media, he would still be considered Captain America. I don't know, bro. I kind of disagree with that because I wouldn't be surprised if they really thought that going with a black Captain America would win them ESG points and probably be big going forward. I don't know. MacLane and Sussman, oh yeah, I read that part already. The cuts, which took place on May 23rd, are part of Disney Chiefs executive Bob Iger's previously announced plan to eliminate 7,000 jobs and slash 5.5 billion in costs. They probably was waiting for Elemental to drop because I believe Elemental is a Pixar film. Wait, before I misspeak, let me check that. Let me check that first. Let me check that before I say that. Elemental. Yeah. Pixar. So they was probably waiting to. They probably didn't fire them right away because they was waiting to see how Elemental was gonna do. But they probably looking at the writing on the wall, and Elemental is looking like it's about to flop regardless. So they was like, "Why wait? We just fire you niggas right now." Jason Holt says, "Good point. I liked him as Cap before he yapped." Yeah, man, and that's why they're saying the death of the star is here because too many of these damn movie stars are talking too much. That comment he made, the dinosaurs will die off. Nigga, what? Nigga, I'm 30, nigga. I ain't going nowhere no time. Hopefully, I ain't going nowhere no time soon. But yeah, though. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. The makers of the Lightyear film, they have been fired, and that's what happens when you continuously virtue signal and pander to an audience that don't got no money. Even if they had money, they wouldn't support you anyway because they got ADHD. Well, I got ADHD, but they can't focus on anything. At least I got ADHD, but I can focus on a YouTube channel, right? So, whatever. We're gonna move on. All right.
Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel.